Enjoying hot leads that are ready to buy from you was once reserved for brands that spent a lot of money on ads and people who were, complete viral sensations. But today, the marketing world has been flipped on its head. People trust AI massively. When AI sends back a response, typically people are looking at it and being like, okay, this is exactly what I need to do right now. So just imagine what happens in someone's mind when your brand is actually referenced to them. That's a huge win from a trust building and psychological standpoint. And so when you understand this as the future of online sales, you ultimately want AI to be referencing your brand. The best thing about it is, look, you don't have to be a tech expert. We have AI right now that allows us to optimize our workflows so that you can literally do the work of a 100-person marketing team. And the person I'm going to bring on in a second is an expert in GEO and SEO called Thibault. He has an online software company called OVRank, where he basically helps brands get ranked and referenced by AI. So Thibault is going to break down a roadmap on exactly how you can rank number one in your niche as fast as possible. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you how to build a site structure to ensure that you're converting that traffic into clients. Explaining the technicalities of GEO would take too long, and we've actually got a whole another video for that. But I just want to get Thibault on the call right now and welcome him in so he can show us and spill the beans on all of the stuff that's working for him and all of his clients at the moment. Look, first and foremost, bro, why don't you just start by introducing yourself and telling us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so my name is Thibault. I'm 23 years old. I'm French. I live in Budapest right now full time. I have started my SEO journey by launching my first website where I do affiliate marketing for other software. And when I have started, I need to write by hand the text. And in November 2022, ChatGPT just be released, the 3.5 version. And I just try to smash it, to use it to create the more blog article as I can. It was really bad at this time, but the first year I get 100,000 visitors on the website only by doing SEO. So it's a good amount of people. And after this year, I have launched my agency and work with different company, almost 100 now. And after that, like I have still my agency, but because I want to scale my revenue, I don't want to hire more person on the agency. So I want to use tech and code to scale it by launching a software. So right now I work 12 hours per day, only on SEO, only on GEO. So it's really good. And the market is changing really fast, but after spending years into that, I think I have a good thinking of where it's gonna turn the action that we need to take. But that's where I am right now.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. So look, I've already got so many questions to ask you, but why don't you start by just telling us, like, where do you think this is all leading, and what do you think the most important things are to start doing from a GEO standpoint? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So first, before doing any action, we need to think what people are gonna research online, because the common feature of every mobile app or every website is search engine. Every app on your phone have a search engine in it. So SEO is just understand how to rank better on the search engine. So the first step is to understand, okay, what people search on this feature. And based on that, we need to understand the culture and the different trend online. So firstly, it's less technical that it look like. Firstly, it's really important to understand who we target. So this is the first big topic. And after, the second one is, okay, what the interface gonna be and where we gonna need to optimize the ranking on. It can be on TikTok or on Instagram or on ChatGPT. Last decade, it was on Google, but now it's become more global. We can rank on Google, yes, but also different other platform. And to be really simple, the goal of ChatGPT, the goal of different AI is just to provide the more accurate response. So right now, ChatGPT search online on the website where it is easier to get information. So on blog article, on LinkedIn, where the information is in text, because it's the cheaper to understand from the AI. Soon enough, We're gonna have the transcript of the YouTube video, of the Instagram Reels, on the TikTok video. So my vision for the next few months, few years, it's we need to optimize everywhere to be quoted and mentioned by AI. I think soon enough, ChatGPT gonna search in every social media. They're gonna have deal with every social media to reply not only based on Google, but on all the different topic where the people are. And right now, people can be ranked on Google with SEO, but nobody with blog article nowadays. Like, yeah.
So it's almost like you're, creating blog articles basically to speak to machines.
100%.
Yeah. And one thing you said earlier was when you did, when ChatGPT first came out, you said that you just cranked through hundreds of blog articles you were just posting, and then eventually you got like a ridiculous amount of traffic. A lot of people think that just using AI to create articles for you is going to get you deranked and all of this stuff. Like, what are your thoughts around getting AI to write the content for you?
The point is just, firstly, yes, Google penalize, or I think Google don't do so much negative impact on your website. It's just like SEO. It just the first one is not like at a certain level of competitive. It's just the best of the market. So if all your competitors are really bad, you just need to be less bad than them. So yeah, that's because when you type a keyword online, Google tries to show the best result, but sometimes the best result is still really bad. So based on that, you can think, okay, I need to understand what is the level of my market and just to be slightly better, or just do at the same level, but do 10 times what they do to get everywhere. Because when ChatGPT appear and be available, the first version, nobody used it. So I was competing against people that need to write the blog article and type it when I was like just ship it like 10 every days. So I have a massive impact, and I can get competitive against websites that have like spent 10 years of SEO budget to get like 100 article on their blog.
So you actually posting 10 per day at some point?
Yeah. I have do some video on my YouTube channel where I have tried to index like 10,000 page in 1 week, and it was worked, and it gets me like more than 100 visitor per day for a few weeks. Yeah, it was good. It's got a good starting point. Yeah.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. And so look, I think from someone who is, really looking to start getting like ready to buy leads from AI, because obviously the cool thing about AI referencing you is typically that's very high intent search, right? Someone's like looking for a product then and there. So obviously there's understanding what people are searching, but are there any other tips or other things that you might sort of say that people need to focus on?
Yeah. So to understand what is the roadmap of the SEO optimization and AI optimization, it's really important that I process that. Like, to be mentioned by ChatGPT is like the cherry on the top of the cake. It's really like the last step. And to reach that, you need to have two really important things. Firstly, your website need to be massive. Like, you need to speak about all the topic about your subject. So deliver like hundreds of blog article of quality with a good automation. First step. Second step, you need to have one page for each product or service that you provide. So for example, if you provide a website creation, you need to have like, okay, I create Shopify website, Webflow website, WordPress website. So firstly, you need to work on your SEO, on your own SEO, the SEO of your website. So this is the basic stuff that is not have changed since the last 20 years old. Okay, first step. Second step is to work on your reputation online. So like in the beginning of e-commerce on personal branding, a lot of people buy Forbes article and like fake Forbes article, and it has worked really well on human, back in time. And now it's the same, but with AI. So if you want to get client from ChatGPT in 24 hours, the best stuff to do is to buy article in big media about your keyword. For example, if you sell, I don't know, if you sell wallets online, the best stuff you can do is to buy a blog article in a big website, in a big media, and to link your website. So people are going to ask to ChatGPT what is the best wallet to buy in 2026, and it's going to find the big media speaking about your brand and at the end mention your brand. So yeah, the first thing is to optimize your website, and after optimize your reputation online. It's concern the big media and also the social presence and all the trust pilot, all the website where you have feedback from your user.
And from a site structure standpoint, like what do you reckon are the non-negotiables in regards to pages?
The site structure. So we have this question really frequently in the agency, and based on that, we have created a wireframe. For example, a basic stuff is to have FAQ in every page. Every page you need to have question and answer. For example, if you sell website, e-commerce website, if you are an agency, your service page with the keyword we sell a Shopify website, at the bottom of the page, you need to have like 5 or 10 questions about all the questions that the people can ask online or ask to ChatGPT, and to have like a really optimized reply of that. So to find this keyword, you can go into like Answer the Public. It's a really famous website for SEO. Just find the best 10 questions, check it on SEMrush if the question is search enough, and put it on the bottom of your page. Do that on every page. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay, so obviously I checked on your site. You've worked with loads of different businesses in different industries. So like, do you think this works better for certain industries or certain business types, or is it kind of a fair game across the board?
It's not a fair game. It's not a fair game because you compete against people and companies that have sometimes millions of dollars for the marketing every month. Like, for example, I have 2 clients right now that we really work really hard to make them ranked. They are seller of insurance for company, insurance for person, but they sell insurance from a big insurance company. But the big insurance company have billions of dollars of marketing budget. I don't know. So they are just like first on every single keyword. They are just killing it because they are like here since the beginning of internet, basically. So for this kind of really competitive red ocean market, the cheat code is to be really present online on social media. This is your only chance to be against them, because your chance into the brain of AI is to recommend like corporate one and more social one, trendy one. So you need to choose where you are. Because if you try to fight against traditional SEO and traditional GEO in front of giant company, you're just not gonna make it because it's just impossible. So you can really like take advantage of your social media to be more quoted and more mentioned by AI. Yeah. But for example, the cheat code of the niche we work with, like where the stats are just insane, is all the e-commerce brand, all the super niche brand, because we have like a massive impact. In 1 week, we can publish few hundred of articles on the website. Same on the media. We need to spend less money on smaller media to have the same impact, because one again is not a certain quality that rank it just be better from your competitor. Yeah, more niche you are. If for example, if you sell wallet, it can be hard. If you sell supplement for dog, for example, it can be super easy to rank.
And what do you think about consulting businesses?
I think most of people are wrong about how AI gonna change the work and everything. I think the relation gonna be super expensive. So all the consultant, all the advice, all the content that are based on human are gonna be really expensive
Mm.
because right now, like AI gonna become like so cheap day after days, months after months. It's like if you try to sell water right now, it's a penny business.
Mm.
AI gonna make everything so cheap
Mm.
than what is gonna be like super precious is gonna be human.
Mm.
So I think if you are a consultant, it's really good. It's a really good thing to do, and it's also good to understand how to rank on AI and on Google by being a consultant because you have the better of the two world, you know.
Mm.
You
Mm.
use technology and AI to get clients, and you are not afraid of losing your job against AI because you are just totally different, you know.
Mm. Yeah, 100%. I agree, man. Okay, so last question, bro, is, if a client came to you and said, look, you got to get me to rank number one on AI search in like literally a
Yeah.
month, 2 months, like basically as quickly as possible, what are the first steps that you would focus on?
First step, check the competitor. Check what is a competitor, and most important, against everything, check what AI look for getting answer.
Mm.
Try to find what is the question of the customer he want to get or the keyword he want to be first. Ask 10 times 10 times every day to every AI models. That's what the software I have created do. So we have prompt, and every day we send the same prompt to the same AI. So after 1 month, we have like 700 reply. We can find like hundreds of competitor and understand, okay, ChatGPT is based on Forbes, on New York Times, and on a little media to mention 95% of the time the answer.
Yeah.
Based on that, I optimize the website to get at least good conversion on the website. And last action, I just pay the media to be inserted into the article. So we can both create a new article on the media or be insert in the current article that is used.
Mm.
And this is sometimes way cheaper to be just insert into the blog article that have a tailored one for them.
So essentially, when you find out that Forbes keeps coming up for a certain question, you basically contact that company and try and get inserted into one of those blog posts.
Exactly. To be simple, GEO is just SEO plus public relation.
Mm.
It can be on media, social media, or other platform, but it's just AI no SEO and no sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, and they want to have like safe source of information. So that's what I'm gonna do, yeah, if I have a new client for that.
So one more question just came up, which was if Geo's about optimizing and AI is doing a lot of searching for people. Do you think that the future is even going to have web pages and stuff for humans to be looking at, or is the future literally just going to be optimizing and trying to speak to machines?
I think I think Google gonna probably destroy OpenAI
Mm.
because right now OpenAI is just a Google wrapper. Okay, they have a good LLM infrastructure, but Google is way more profitable. Google have everything. Google have already insert different AI feature into that. I think when Apple gonna release a Siri point two with AI, it's gonna become really crazy. I think people more gonna spend time on social media. I think website gonna still be used, still be important. It's like the post letter. We still use post letter. We still use email, but for different action. I think in most revolution, we always keep the two technology. It's just we switch. Okay, maybe tomorrow we're gonna spend 95% of time into a chatbot, a conversation one, but maybe only 5% into the website. But the website is still gonna be important for the user and for the AI. So I think at the end, the website just gonna become a platform to do action, but it's not gonna change Like, I don't care if the people I target are from ChatGPT or my website. At the end, they paid all my website, all my checkout. I think it's just gonna be like more smooth. The fusion of the website and the AI right now, it's pretty like with link, open new tab. It's gonna more smooth into the next year.
All right, look, man, thank you for your time. I think if you could just maybe just give an overview of what OVRank does and you know how your software can help, and I'll be sure to link it in the description of this video.
Super. So OVRank is a tool for optimize your mention and your client on all the AI. We have understand that SEO is super important, but can be super complicated. So the goal of OVRank is to put in automation all your SEO and GEO action. So when you're gonna try the software, you just have to put your website, connect your Google Search Console and other tools, and we show you what is the biggest competitor, what is the best keyword of your website, what is the best keyword to use it. And based on that, you have all the data and you can buy backlinks, buy a blog article in the big media directly in OVRank and manage all your SEO and all your GEO into one place without spending thousands of dollars every month into agency.
Dude, thank you so much for your time and keep doing amazing work. I'm definitely going to check out your site too. I think I could use what you're doing with the software. So thank you, brother, and all the best.
Thank
okay.
You thank you too. Your first trial is free. Your first analysis is free. You can just try it for free. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Okay. Take care, brother. Okay, so now we heard from Thibault, and hopefully you can see how crazy of an opportunity this is. Now, I love the fact that he was able to leverage AI to literally publish 10 articles onto his page per day. So you can just see how much volume you can actually be doing if you leverage AI and automation correctly. But ultimately, if you follow that guidance and you get the traffic from AI, well, what's actually going to happen? Okay, because traffic doesn't necessarily equal sales. You need to make sure that your website at the end of the day is structured in the correct format and ultimately is leading people down your funnel for you to ultimately make a sale at the end of the day. And so the thing I wanted to introduce you to first is for you to understand the 95-5 rule, which basically means at any given time, 95% of people are not yet ready to buy from you. But there are 5% of people who are ready to buy. And so your site needs to be optimized to capture that 5%, but ultimately nurture the 95% of people who are not yet ready to buy to become ready to buy. And so we call this creating a conveyor belt of automated content that ultimately shortens the time between I have no idea who you are to ultimately becoming a client of yours. And so ensuring that your articles, blog posts, and your website have high-value lead magnets, such as free ebooks, a newsletter, or even a video series, ultimately will give people a reason to actually put their email address into your site and ultimately become part of your system. That will then allow you to deliver more content to that person via emails, and ultimately bring them into your ecosystem so that you can nurture them through high-value content over time. And again, that is the conveyor belt in action. Now, the second is the trust building factor. Obviously, once you've got someone's email through a lead magnet or whatever, you need to build more trust with them. And oftentimes, the more touch points your brand has, which just means like either they see a post of yours or they see a YouTube video or they see an email, ultimately, if that has value, that is showing them how you can help them by actually helping them, you're going to be developing trust through a process that we call goodwill creation. The idea is that every article or blog post you publish onto your site, you can take that content through clever automations and ultimately distribute that content across your different social media platforms. Because as Thibault explained earlier, the more wide-reaching your brand is, the more visibility you have across multiple social media platforms, the more chance your brand's actually going to be mentioned. And so you can take our brand as an example. Every single day, we publish a new article that gets turned into an email, a YouTube video script, reel scripts, community posts, and a bunch of text-based posts that we can use to make sure that our brand is hitting as many different touch points as we possibly can throughout the day without more manual heavy lifting. Because some of the automations that we've built and some of the automations we teach inside of our school community have literally saved me 20 plus hours of time per week. And those multiple touch points and that distribution of content is, again, it's working towards that conveyor belt of yours. So moving that 95% of people closer to the point of purchase. And so if you think about it this way, you basically attracted the leads through AI search and optimization of your GEO strategy. You captured them via your lead magnet, which was packed with value. Then your automated system nurtures them with more value-packed content that ultimately positions you as the expert and the most obvious choice for them. And so the next logical step is to buy your product or your service. And in order to do that, you need to make sure your website and your call to action is properly optimized for that conversion event. A conversion event can be anything from a sales call if you're selling high-ticket stuff. It can be a simple payment link on your website where you sell someone onto a digital product. It doesn't matter what it is, but you need to have that mechanism in place so you are funneling people ultimately to a conversion event. Because if it's very difficult to actually buy from you, guess what, my friend? It doesn't matter if you had all the traffic in the world. You need to make it easy for people to buy from you. Now, if you want to learn how to implement this all yourself and learn how to optimize your site for AI search, but ultimately to make more sales, then you need to check out the first link in the description of this video, and I'll see you on the next one, my friend. Goodbye.